fans, and welcome to another episode of the Silver Core. Okay, we still haven't really decided on a name.
This.
No one has made any suggestions. I love your guys' comments, but nobody's made any suggestions as to what to call these Attack on Titan vlogs. So, until further notice, it's Silver Core. Come up with a better name, audience.
Attack on Screams. Screaming Titans! I don't know, I got
Screaming Titans actually works pretty well.
Because that's what we are.
You know what? I'll put a poll up on Twitter. I'll put a poll up on Twitter for Silver Screams. That's at @silver_screams.
Put up a question first so we can actually generate some ideas.
True story. But I'll put up a poll on Twitter. Yeah. What should we call these Attack on Titan vlogs? I'm leaning towards Silver Core. Screaming Titans is a great suggestion. Put your suggestions in the comments below, and we'll put a poll on Twitter, and we'll make a decision that way.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, hi everybody. I'm Megan Salinas.
I'm Katie Cullen.
And we're here to talk to you about episodes 53 and 54 of Attack on Titan. Perfect game and hero. For those of you who have followed us on other platforms, this is the last time I'm going to make this announcement, but in case you're new here, we are sadly not doing the Attack on Titan after show at AfterBuzz TV. Schedules did not align, and as you can tell, this is our second vlog in a row where we're smooshing together 2 episodes, so you can tell how our schedules have been lately, which is why it sadly did not work out this season.
Such is life.
But we've got some great people at the ABTV anime team that are covering it this season. Guys, go check them out.
Absolutely go support them.
Go support them. They're awesome. You know, Veronica Valencia is doing it, and our buddy Carrie Lane, and their coverage is top notch. So guys, go check it out. It's going to be a ton of fun. Anyway, so further housekeeping, we are only talking about episodes 53 and 54 of the anime. We are not discussing the manga because
and also
spoilers.
don't leave spoilers for further episode. We know. Wow. Woo! I'm gonna be good tonight. At the time of this recording, episode 55 has dropped. We have not yet watched it.
Because it dropped at like a really weird time yesterday.
Yeah, this was super weird. So we are going to watch it, but if there are people watching this video who have only seen up through 54, you know, be kind in the comments, no spoilers for the next episode, and none of those comments about, well, it's not really a spoiler, but the next episode is shocking. Like, yeah, we know, it's Attack on Titan.
Well, we're getting ready to watch that before this is finished uploading, but don't be a jerk. Be courteous to the people watching it. And again,
if no manga spoilers, don't do it.
You're going through and watching episodes alongside our vlogs, and you were prepared for 53, go ahead and watch 53 and 54.
And then come back.
So, pause. We'll be here when you get back.
I am also going to say that I was spoiled for something by a friend. Something that I assume is going to happen in a soonish manner, but has not happened yet. So if there are any points, and you know this, but I'm telling them, if there are any points where I just awkwardly fall silent or give a non-answer, it's because I don't know if I'm in spoiler territory, and I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, it's been
Erring
really
on the side of caution.
It's been really hard to avoid spoilers for this show just the entire time we've been covering it on various platforms. I almost got spoiled for episode 54 because of a YouTube recommendation. It ended up not being a spoiler, but it was close enough. So, yeah. Guys,
and
again,
I mean, back in the day, I got spoiled for the identity. Back at like during season 1 airing, I got spoiled for the identities of the Colossal and Armored Titans.
Same.
In a way that you would never expect. So it's just kind of one of those like, just be kind.
Be kind, and don't try to be clever either, because
that's how spoilers happen.
Clever comments can like quote unquote clever comments also lead to people aren't stupid. People figure it out. Don't be that guy. Anyway, that's the end. I'm off my soapbox. Let's talk about these episodes. We needed like a chaser of a Disney cartoon after we watched these.
DuckTales, and then DuckTales emotionally devastated us. So it was quite the weekend. Shit happened, y'all. Shit happened. A lot. everything happened so much.
Everything happened so much.
People are dead.
A lot of people are dead.
This is the first time in a long time that we have seen a main character, if you will, go down.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time since this has happened.
Like, we've had some pretty substantial side character deaths, but for the first half of, and we've been saying this for literal months, like ever since the first half of season 3 ended and the show went on hiatus, we were like, that was too triumphant. That was too triumphant. We never get breaks like this. This can only end badly.
The last time we lost someone where it was like, was Hannes.
Hannes was a big one, yeah. Yeah,
I don't think there were.
That was
I don't
the end
think
of
there
season 2.
were any big ones during the first half of season 3. It was too good.
Mitch, or Mikhail, or however they were pronouncing his name, who died at the very beginning of season 2. He was there.
Yeah.
And let us not forget the death of some guy. Oh.
Some guy!
Oh no! Berthold killed someone!
Guy! But that was before Hannes. That was like mid-season 2. Which was...
And we had
still one of my favorite dubbing, subtitling.
We had sort of a fake out by introducing the new Levi squad and then having Kenny basically kill them all immediately.
Oh yeah.
I would say maybe Kenny. It was kind of a big one, but like he was introduced way too quickly.
We didn't know him long enough for it to be as devastating. Again, Hannes we met episode 1.
Yeah, that's
true. And we
we
saw him turn things around for himself.
Yeah.
And watching him die was devastating.
Yeah, that was rough. So yeah, let's not dance around it. Let's go ahead and dive into 53 first and foremost. The perfect game. Like, they're having a little bit of a hard time because not only is the Colossal Titan, you know, making his way downtown.
Walking slow, faces pass, and he's catching fire.
But the armored...
You'll never unhear that.
The armored Titan is also back up and around, too. So, you know... It was a pretty awesome moment when they knocked Reiner on his ass, but like now he's back up and about slowly.
They did not get the opportunity to double tap, and that's what you really need to do. I don't think we've actually managed to kill a Titan shifter by the point of this episode.
Technically the king? Technically. Although he hadn't shifted back yet.
Yeah, no, someone who actually has the controlled ability to go back and forth. Not just, you done become a Titan and that's it.
Everyone we've
Accordion Titan, I don't think counts.
Everyone we've seen who died, who had that ability, was all flashback related stuff. Yeah. It's never been anything that we've seen in the current time, in the present.
We've never seen normal ass people kill them. It's been eaten by another Titan who then gains their shifting abilities. Yeah. Yeah. So we've never seen just normal people murder a Titan shifter.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn if we didn't get close last episode.
So close. So close. And to be fair, like, his head was, like, almost clean off. So I think I would have, had I been in their shoes, I would have assumed that a double tap was unnecessary. But Reiner's a clever one.
And is it, I'm having trouble placing just the small bits. I can't remember if it's 53 or 54, which is, again, why we told you to prep for up to 54, where we get into Reiner's brain and he can't remember the past half hour or so of his life because his brain got blown to bits. And he's still like, well, don't remember much. Shit's going down. I should be there.
He's walking that way. I should probably do something in a here-ish area.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, I don't remember if that was 53 or 54.
I feel like it was 54 because then that led into unhinging one's jaw like a snake.
It was awesome.
Yes.
But, you know, in this moment where the Colossal Titan's basically just plowing through, they kind of just, Armin sort of relinquishes command. He's like, guys, I don't have a plan. I was hoping I could reason with Bertolt. That didn't work out. That sucks. Jean, you're a lot better at reading these sort of situations. And he's like, yes, I can read the situation. I'm terrible with coming up with plans, so I'm gonna need...
Still need you on this.
To, yeah, be simpatico here.
Simpatico is exactly what I was thinking, actually. Because we are. Drift compatible.
Let's get some, like, synergy going on right now.
I will do the short game. We need you on the long game. The long game being the next 10 minutes. It's not a very long game.
Oh, Yikes. Boy. Yeah, and it's rough. It's rough.
And let's be real, the short game plan is not great.
No.
It's very obviously an act of desperation, and everyone is trying real hard not to panic and not completely succeeding. Hey Aaron, go bite his ankles was not the best idea.
And it resulted in Aaron getting yeeted onto the wall. And
I would say more punted. Yeeting is when you throw something.
Oh, so when, oh yeah.
It was not a yeet, it was more of a punt.
It is more of a football motion, yes.
Yeah.
American football motion. Or, I guess, European.
Both. Kicked.
He was kicked onto the wall. Which it's funny because I haven't really seen a lot of artwork with the Colossal Titan side by side with the Berserker Titan. I didn't realize how tiny Aaron was in comparison. Like, we've always known the Colossal Titan's huge. Like, for some reason, it never registered with me how the scale worked, comparing the two.
And we've seen Ymir's Titan, who we know is not very big, up against the Armored Titan, and even then it's smaller.
Yeah.
It's an odd scale thing, but this also goes back to my theory that the Titan shifters that we've seen, that were Titan shifters on purpose, colossal armored female, all are skinless. Yeah. They all look manufactured. They're different from other Titans that we know were just created from injecting someone with Titan juice. Mm-hmm. So I assume that that is very much the plan. Like, Bertolt and the Colossal Titan was made in order to kick these walls in, and the Armored Titan was made for heavy artillery. Don't know what exactly the female Titan was supposed to specialize in, no idea. Didn't really have long enough with her to figure it out.
I mean, she might have been one of the first. Just
that's
in terms
possible.
Of like, hey, we're gonna see if this works. Okay, but cool, yeah. It works. Let's start customizing it.
Yeah, they seem manufactured for a purpose. So to me, it makes a lot of sense that the Colossal Titan would be that big because they said, hey, the walls are this big. It keeps out most of the naturally occurring Titans. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The knits. The knots, rather.
And sadly, their plan to use the Thunder Spears to get at the Colossal Titan does not work because Bertolt just decides he's going to be a sauna at the moment and just pushes the hot air away so that it doesn't really work. And now Mikasa has like a shrapnel wound in her arm. She'll be fine. She's Mikasa.
That doesn't stop her.
Nothing.
Concussion didn't stop her.
Nothing can stop her.
She did not give a single fuck. Yeah, what I'm kind of staring at sideways though, and again, I can't remember if this was 53 or 54, it might have been 54, but the mid cards giving away the strategies is just kind of like, this was probably 54 because 54 was when we kind of picked ourselves up a little bit and went, okay, let's do some shit. But this, basically things inside the wall aren't looking great.
No, and the long and short of it is, okay, cool, that didn't work. Armin, how's that plan coming? How's that plan coming,
and
buddy?
Armin's just kind of like high-pitched screaming, like the tinnitus wail that you can hear. That high-pitched just, that's Armin right now.
It's not,
having some trouble. It's
not internal Bertolt screaming anymore. It's
just tinnitus.
It's internal Armin screaming.
Like, I wouldn't even say screaming because screaming requires like some actual effort. The tinnitus sound, just the high-pitched whine.
He's blue screening.
That.
He's blue screening.
To me, that is the tinnitus sound. Just the whine.
Yeah. So yeah, he's still got nothing. Meanwhile,
with the horses.
Meanwhile, the scouts on the other side of the wall notice Aaron just sort of chilling at the top. It's like, I don't think his arm is supposed to bend that way.
How do you think things are going on the inside?
Not great. Probably could be better.
That bodes poorly.
And so a group of the more experienced, all of the rookie recruits are just sort of keeping an eye on the horses.
Bringing them in closer to the wall to have some coverage.
All of the more experienced guys are still out there hacking away at the Titans that are in their little area, just trying to keep the horses safe. And this is where we friggin' find, Irvin's at the top of the wall, or not at the top of the wall, but he's at a vantage point where, like, the wheels are spinning and he's trying to survey everything. And this is when we friggin' find out that, I don't know, baseball might have been a thing in this world.
Might still be a thing in this world outside the wall, because we get the Colossal Titan, the Beast Titan's internal monologue, which is also his external monologue, and he's one of the only Titans that does both. Just talking about, like, for a minute there, he starts kind of feeling a little bad, like, oh, these poor idiots, we knew it was going to come to this, whatever, and then he's like, no, I should be enjoying this. I'm going to pitch a perfect game, and just continues doing the fastball special as artillery.
He's got his little assistant bringing him boulders. He crushes the boulders in
I
his
kind
hands.
of like Weirdo Horse Titan.
It's so weird.
So weird.
Platypus, like,
Well,
mouth.
he reminds me of a frog.
Kind of. Like, it seems more platypusy to me. I don't know, maybe it's just because of the weird sort of beak thing that he has going on.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what the official name is.
Oh, there you are, Perry.
Yeah. But Weird Horse Titan, I think, works for me.
I like Perry. I'm gonna call
Perry the Titan?
I mean, let's be real, with his performance in 54, he's just as irksome. I'm gonna go with Perry.
That makes Levi Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and I don't think I can handle this.
Can you imagine Matt Mercer saying,
yes!
When I was a little boy!
Yes, I can! That's the thing! Can you imagine Matt Mercer saying, the answer is always yes! He is a talented human!
He's a very, very talented man.
Why must you do this to me?
Did you bring joy into your life?
This isn't joy.
I don't know. You're smiling. You're smiling. But so Perry the Platypus Titan is bringing the Beast
Perry
Titan.
the Titan bus.
I don't like that.
Just Perry the Titan. Just come on.
Perry the Titan. Perry the Titan keeps bringing boulders for the Beast Titan. He crushes them up and throws them straight.
See,
and
this is a yeet.
Ah, yes, yeets them. Now here's the thing. Yeah, this isn't just like a coincidence. Like, he's not just throwing them. This is straight up like baseball style pitching.
Fastball. The fastball special.
Yeah, which is like weird because this is one of the few like overt references to because it's such a steampunk, like medieval European adjacent world that like the closest thing we've had to like a Western equivalent of like modern times was Kenny the Cowboy,
And Kenny the Cowboy was still very much, because I assume that all of this is kind of like the style of the late 1800s and early 1900s, and that was cowboy time.
Yeah.
So,
but like even that felt like a little bit of a stretch, but like it still was welcome within. And I'm sitting here going like, what year did baseball come about? I feel like it was the early 1900s, but it might have been the late 1800s.
it was,
But point being, like, it felt like this is one of the most, like, again, modern things that, or contemporary things that we've seen put into this world. And so it makes me go, huh, interesting.
The Beast Titan also knew that King Rice took their memories.
Yeah.
Of them, because That's 54. Mother.
It's okay. It's okay. Point being,
he knows, he throws and he knows things. He yeets and he knows things. There we go.
Not only that, but when he throws, like, it's just becomes a cloud of red mist because of the way he just absolutely shreds through the experienced members of the Survey Corps.
He used the 2 and 3 meter Titans as bait, and then when all of the experienced people were at the front, it's just like, hey!
Yeah,
not
like
good.
I said,
not
it's
good.
just a cloud of red mist now.
Flying limbs, and just like, woo!
This was like, and I think it was just also like, that red mist like permeates through the rest of the episode. Like, it's just there, hanging in the air, as Irvin and Levi are weighing their options. And this is sort of where we get, I guess, probably the crux of the episode, is Irvin and Levi kind of coming to the conclusion that, like, oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. Yeah, this is not good. This is bad.
But Irvin having the plan of, well, if we do one crazy final charge, most of us will die. I will die. We might all die. But your job is to take out the Beast Titan. I know you can do it. This involves me giving up on my dream. I really want to see what's in the basement.
Yeah.
So this stopped becoming like a CO and a subordinate and very much turned into old friends having a last conversation.
Well, it's such an interesting character moment too, because Levi goes like, hey, we'll go up there, we'll get Aaron, you and Aaron make your escape, we'll basically,
yeah.
It's very similar plans. It's like, we'll send all these kids and myself, like, out as a distraction, and some of us might live, but you and Aaron are the priority here. And Irvin goes, or, now hear me out, I could die. And Levi goes, I knew I should have broken your legs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not out loud, but you can tell on the inside. He's like, I knew I should have broken your legs and made you stay home.
I have so many regrets about this.
But yeah, it's an interesting character moment for Irvin, because we really didn't talk about it a couple episodes ago, but he had a very introspective moment where he had this sort of flashback where he's thinking back on his time in the academy and rising through the ranks, and how even though outwardly it was like a this is for humanity sort of thing, but inside it was super selfish and self-serving, and he's like, all I want is to get to that basement and get answers. And
and how many bodies have piled up behind him in his pursuit of knowledge.
And yeah, in that episode, there was like that horrifying shot of him standing on a mound of corpses. And here, and we had a little flash of it in the opening too. It's Irvin standing in front of all of their fallen comrades.
Including Moses.
Oh. What, just a disembodied hand?
Yeah, I will make
what Moses
shitty
looked like.
episode what he didn't have. It was just a hand.
No, he was in the very opening scene. He was in the first opening scene of the Survey Corps going out and attacking the Titan. But
we don't know which one he was.
Yeah, well, no, it's very clear, but we'd have to go back and watch it because I don't remember what he looks like because he was only in that scene.
I will make terrible Moses jokes as long as I can. Just give him a hand, folks.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I refuse.
But also, like, it's interesting too, because as this very dire situation is unfolding, we get introduced to one of the kids, one of the new recruits, who just kind of starts freaking out. He doesn't have a name yet, but it's just this ginger kid going with
really weird anime hair.
Yeah.
Like ginger, almost orangish pink, and this weird kind of circular style thing that just like...
It's the most anime hair we've seen in the entire series.
Yeah. Attack on Titan does not usually go anime hair.
They do bowl
cut. Yeah, this is like mild anime hair. We're obviously not at like Yu-Gi-Oh levels. But I love that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the extreme of anime hair. It used to be DBZ, and then it was like, oh no, we're adding multiple colors. Good luck. But yeah, Titan doesn't do anime hair, so for this kid to be here with this weird mop is just like, who are you?
Like, he starts freaking out, and I was like, hey there, guy we've never seen before.
Buddy? New kid? Essentially having an existential crisis of like, I knew I was probably going to die, that a lot of scouts get sent to their deaths, but I didn't realize it would be useless.
It never occurred to me that it would be for nothing, that ultimately it means nothing. That's when Irvin gives this rousing speech of like, yeah, kind of, but like, would you say that about our fallen comrades, the people who have died before you? And it's like, we live on through the memories of the people who survive us.
It is up to the people who survive to give meaning to the lives of those who have passed. And I like that.
I do too. And he's like, don't you trust our comrades to do just that, to give our lives meaning? And it's enough to convince these poor babies to run to their deaths, basically.
Yeah, because they give them the outline of the plan and they're like, so we're gonna die. Yeah, most likely. Yep, absolutely. I will be right there with you.
And in all honesty, it was a no-win scenario. Yeah, the Beast Titan wasn't gonna let him go.
No.
So, honestly, it sucks. It sucks. But this was, oddly enough, probably one of the better strategies that they had at their disposal. I won't say it was the best, because, I don't know, Titan magic, I don't know.
But there's only so much you can do, and you have to think very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's the issue that we were having this episode with Team Aaron, is having to get that, you know, at that point the engine is just clicking, and getting it back in gear again is difficult because trauma does that.
It's basically both teams are doing their own Kobayashi Maru, except it's not a simulation.
Unwinnable.
Both of them are in no-win scenarios, and they have to figure out their best option. But much like Captain Kirk, Irvin's like, I don't like losing. Hey, Levi!
So then we end 53 with this incredible dramatic charge.
Mm-hmm.
And we start 54 in the jaws of hell.
Yeah. It picks up right where the other episode leaves off. Irvin getting tagged, right? He's one of the first people to go down.
Well, he's front and center.
He is. And you see all of the recruits maintaining their charge. And yeah, this is where we get the monologue.
And they are charging, and they are crying, and they are still going.
And yeah, him going,
a full frontal charge? You didn't learn anything from history? Well, you couldn't have. It's a pity that your memories of it got erased. Like,
yeah.
Yeesh.
Like, well, cool, buddy.
How did you know that?
Why do you have to kill everybody in the walls? Maybe you just prepare a PowerPoint presentation with what you know? I don't know.
Maybe you just take down the monarchy since you're outside of their sphere of influence. I guess maybe. And then, I don't know. I don't know who these people are. I don't know why they think everyone in the walls needs to die. It's all just kind of like...
anytime your solution to a problem is to kill everyone, it's probably a shitty plan. And you're a bad person.
That.
Those two things.
What is my solution to this humanitarian problem? Oh, mass murder.
But so these kids are charging, and he goes, all right, well, if you want to go out on a high note, I can give you that. And
they're charging and continually firing their flares so the air is full of smoke.
We say goodbye to our former MP, Marlowe, who in his last moments thinks of his cohort Hitch. You know, probably still sleeping, probably overslept. Oh, that sounds nice. Why am I thinking of her, like, in my fun, you know, at a time like this? And then, poosh, half his face gone. It's rough. It is rough. Ugh. Oh, poor Hitch. That's gonna be...
He gets Marco'd. Half the face.
He does.
Marco and Marlowe. God help you if you have a name like that in this world.
Oh gosh, if your name starts with an M, you're not long for this life.
Only in Titan World.
Only in Titan
Only
World.
in Titan World.
I'm just saying. But anyway, so he goes down, and this is when Levi makes his move. Because they're, they acted as a really good distraction.
Yeah.
That's the arrogance of the Beast Titan, is he didn't think, something's fishy about this.
It's like, and we get the little flash of the conversation. All right, you need to go kill the Beast Titan. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Notice he's in this really big open area where there are no
Titans aren't there.
That's basically it. It's just like, go from Titan to Titan to... And when we were watching this, I was looking at her going, he has to be perfect.
Yeah.
He has to have a perfect run
Risky
here.
AF.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, one screw up and you're done. And Levi, to his credit,
has a perfect run.
He makes a perfect run. And he goes for it. And we get probably one of the coolest, most lovingly animated moments of the entire season, which is just Levi wrecking the Beast Titan.
Well, and just him coming through the smoke at that point, and the Beast Titan having this oh shit moment, and Levi going, what happened to all that fun you were having?
Well, and we get another flashback to Reiner and Bertolt talking to Zeke?
Zeke, I
think is his name. Going, hey, watch out for this guy. And he's like, what are you talking about? One guy?
There is literally one person you need to be scared of, and it's Captain Levi, because he is a horror terror. He's like, yeah, okay, one guy, and then Levi basically spirals up his arm and completely removes it, and the Beast Titan's going, is this Levi? And
there go his ankles.
The arm is gone, the hamstrings are gone, the everything, to the point where he can no longer protect his nape. Oh, I'll try hardening. I am not going to get there fast enough.
I didn't do it in time. And then Levi, just
fucked up. I fucked up.
What happened to all that fun you were having? And he just rips the guy out and
shoves a sword in his mouth.
And he's like, okay, well, I can't
murder you yet, need the information, but I also know that you will be focusing on healing, so you can't shift again, so let's have some information. And then motherfucking Perry from nowhere.
Perry chomps on Zeke and takes off into the wild blue yonder, and
with Zeke screaming, you fools, kill him.
Yeah.
So all the other Titans are like,
okay, which is a super eerie moment. Like, just all of them turning their heads at once is just like, oh, shit.
And Zeke going, you're screwed, your weapons are all spent, you're not going to be able to do this. And Levi, who has one set of blades and all of his determination left, just kind of...
He goes, he asked me to do one thing, and then takes off. And that's when
we cut back to the ginger kid, who is alive, and seemingly mostly uninjured in this field of dead people and horses. Like, you could see Levi in the background kind of going up to a Titan and starting the fight.
You see, as Levi's like bouncing from Titan to Titan, this kid sits up and goes, how am I alive?
What?
Is anybody else? Hey!
He's just kind of having this moment in the middle of the field, but this is us going, that's why you have anime hair.
That's why you were introduced to us an episode ago.
Live. Okay. Cool.
So he's nameless, what we thought was a red shirt, who actually is not a red shirt, who...
Now he's a nameless ginger and a survivor.
And it's also important, too, that one of the reasons why Levi hesitates is he's like, oh, wait, not only do we need information from this guy, but we still have juice to turn someone into a Titan. If there are any survivors out there, we could do that and then get them to eat this guy, and then boom, we have a Beast Titan on our side.
Not thinking of himself as a candidate at all.
No. Which, to be fair, it's a risky thing, because then there's nobody to intercede if it doesn't go well.
This is true.
And he's thinking to himself, he's like, a chance to, if there's anybody even clinging to life out there, there's a chance I could bring him back. Which we didn't see Irvin land, so we don't know.
He got an All Might wound.
He did. He definitely did. But, like, that's where Levi's mind is at.
Yeah.
He's like, if he's clinging to life, I can save him. But meanwhile, Ginger Kid is also wandering around.
Ginger Kid's just kind of like, those sure were my career choices.
How am I gonna get home? Fairly certain the bus doesn't come out here.
Meanwhile, back in Shiganshina, we are continuing to make our way downtown, walking slow, setting fire, and we're wall-bound. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da!
Armin's hopped up next to Aaron, and he's got a
Armin's
plan.
straight up said, like, I got a plan. You guys go make sure that the Armored Titan does not come over here.
Yeah, go distract him. Got a plan.
Because Armin's also putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with, where does the steam come from when he does that? He looks skinnier.
Yeah. It's such an interesting observation of, like, the Colossal Titan looks skinnier, and what he determines is that in order to let off all of that hot air, he has to burn energy, which decreases his mass, because he's literally burning off muscle as he's doing it. And so...
Whereas when most people let off hot air, they're just monologuing.
Ba-dum-tish.
Which I find funny because this was our mid-roll for this. By the way, the Colossal Titan uses muscle mass and whatnot and burns it off to make that steam attack, so we get that in our little information mid-roll before we actually get it as part of the plan. So it kind of hamstrings the revelation a little bit, because we've just read that.
Yeah. It is what it is. The mid-rolls are gonna do what the mid-rolls do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah, I would be nice if, like, things were introduced and then the mid-roll enhanced them, as opposed to, like, the other way around.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes the mid-roll spoils the shit out of the rest of the episode.
It doesn't happen very often, but it seems like it's happening this season more than it used to. I don't know.
That's what happens when you backload the back half.
Whatever. So yeah, kind of a bummer, but like I said, it is what it is. But yeah, he's got a plan. So Mikasa, Jean, Sasha, and Connie all run to go distract the Colossal Titan, the Armored Titan. And
I think this is when we have Reiner going, what day is it?
Well, it's when you walk.
This is the 7 a.m. without coffee, Reiner. Just like,
this is the blown your head off version of walking into a room and going, why did I come in here? I knew there was a reason.
But Reiner doesn't fall for the distraction. I mean, it's an obvious distraction. They're basically going up to him and going, neener, neener, boo boo.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not stupid.
But they've got, I want to say, 4?
Not many.
Thunder sticks left.
And sure enough, Mikasa, for the win, gets him in the back of the knee. And he can't really ignore that.
He goes
so
down.
He tumbles, yeah.
And was it Jean that came up with this really quick strategy on the fly, or was this part of Armin's?
I think this was part of Armin's, but I don't want to take that away from Jean if it was his.
I feel like this was Jean who came up with this last little bit of, okay, we were just told to distract him, here's what we have, here's what we'll do. So I think he's good with guidance, and again, he's good with the short term. Here is the small short-term goal: distract and or murder. Yeah. Distract is not working, therefore murder is the only option on the table. Here's what we have.
You know what? You're right. You're right. It was that, because Armin was like, I trust you guys. Figure that one out.
You got this. I'm doing something else.
And it's the same thing. Armin's like, I got this. Like, don't worry. Like, Aaron and I will take care of this. And at one point, Mikasa wants to go and help them, and she's like, no, I have to trust them. I have to trust them.
Trust the system.
Follow your instincts, Mikasa.
Nah.
No.
Does not always work.
I don't know.
Mikasa's instincts are murder first, ask questions never, and occasionally that does not work out.
I think there was no, like, if she had rushed to Armin's aid, it probably, like, she would have, in the immediate, she would have helped him out, but I don't think this plan would have worked.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But it is still a shame because now she's gonna have to live with that, you know, that, like, nah, I have to trust them. It's just like Eren with the Levi squad. Like, I trust you to take care of this. I trust you guys. I put my faith in you. Oh, you're dead. Oh, that could have gone better.
The thing with the Levi, well, for one, if you're on the Levi squad, you're fucked.
Yeah,
that's just kind of how the show goes. Yeah, no more Levi squad. It doesn't work out.
No more scout regiment at this point. I mean, very few of them left.
But we had just, yeah. In terms of the Levi squad, no one knew what to expect from the female Titan. Eren being a Titan shifter was so completely ridiculously new that the idea of someone else having this power, knowing how to use it and having it on lock, and then the ability to call the other Titans, the ability, like...
All of this is uncharted territory for everybody.
It's basically alien invasion levels of how the fuck did we deal with this?
We'll figure it out!
So, I can't really blame Levi Squad Prime for going down.
And they were amazing.
They were. But this was just completely unprecedented.
But anyway.
Yeah, this going back to, all right, we got three left. So we have him down. You take the left jaw, you take the right jaw, and then Mikasa is just going to blow the throat.
Yeah. And
left jaw works, right jaw, that's fine.
Connie connects. Sasha doesn't. She gets hit with a bunch of debris because he attacks her and Jean, and so she gets kind of impaled. Like, it looked pretty serious. Like, I think she could live, but it looked pretty serious. She's certainly not sending off any thunder spears. She misses. Connie goes in to save her, and so one side of his jaw is unhinged, but the other's closed. It's not enough for Mikasa to get in there.
But Mikasa's still going, I gotta do it. I gotta make a shot.
Every now and then, we're allowed to have nice things.
Hanji is a very nice thing.
Hanji's alive!
Hanji is the nicest thing.
Hanji's alive. Down in
Every other red shirt on her squad is probably fucked, but Hanji's alive.
Down in eye, but alive. And also smart enough to pick up what they're putting down, and boom! Tags his jaw. It goes off. His jaw's unhinged. Mikasa goes in, and boom, just like that, Reiner is blown out again.
Just completely blown out the back of the Titan. Not even just like a little bit. All right, put him back in his spine.
He's in their custody. They got him.
And missing a good number of limbs, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
That's sort of what happens when you get ripped out of your Titan. He'll be fine.
He's just trying to lose the ability to count anything higher than 4.
He'll be fine. But...
Are we sure? He took a lot of brain damage, and by that I mean he didn't have a brain for a while.
I mean... He'll be fine.
Anyway.
But back with the Colossal Titan, it's Eren and Armin, and this is like what we're talking about. This is the rough major character death that we've been talking about this whole time.
The idea that Armin comes in with is, in a battle of attrition, the Colossal Titan is weak.
And they've been telegraphing Armin's death basically all season. Like, we've been making, just in our vlogs, we're like, that boy's gonna die. I don't know when, but he's gonna die. Because they've been telegraphing it. They telegraphed it a bit towards the end of part 1 of this season. And here,
and that nice little credits mid-roll, like, fuck you guys.
They telegraph it hard here because he's like, hey, you know, I'm gonna tap out after a little while because, like, I gotta see the ocean. Like, I'm not ready to die right now.
We made this promise together. When have I ever lied to you?
When have I?
Right the fuck now.
Lied to you?
Right now. He's got these, like, big anime eyes going on. I'm like, oh, buddy, you are fooling.
Little old me?
Yeah, pretty much. You are fooling no one.
And I feel like Eren knows it too, but he's not gonna call him on it because Because again, this is the only plan they have.
I mean, and also, he can't in Titan form.
Yeah.
He just can't.
But, you know, you see Aaron's eyes. You know, he knows what's up. But at the same time, he doesn't necessarily want to believe it and also has no alternatives.
Yeah.
So, the plan is for him to lose his balance, fall down to the ground.
Take a header, like, oh, baby.
And then Armin hooks his anchor into one of the Colossal Titan's teeth, which I want to point out.
You'd feel that.
Yeah, I just want to point out that there were about 1 million ways this could have gone extremely badly for you. But Bertolt is just like, you know what, whatever, I'll blow you away with my steam. And
I'd also assume that, oh, Aaron had a concussion from when I punted him to the top of the wall, he's not going to be able to fight me.
He's not moving down there, as far as I can tell through this obscured heat, mist, steam stuff.
Yes.
It looks like he's stuck down there, so my attention is on Armin. And rather than just, like, squishing him, or, like, taking the anchor with his hand and just, like, tossing him.
Bertolt didn't know why Armin wasn't getting blown back. Like, he couldn't figure it out.
I thought he was just wondering, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?
That's possible, too. Just like, Armin, buddy, we all know how this is gonna end. And Armin's like, do we? Do we?
Because, yeah, that's a lot of it. He's like, why? What's going on here? And like I said, instead of squishing Armin or taking the thing, he goes, okay, well, this is, yeah, just cool.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, that is exactly it. It's just like, which, it's funny because I didn't actually think about this until after the episode, but I kind of forgotten, it's never made explicitly clear in the anime proper. This is something that a friend of mine who had, like, read further in the anime, he was like, oh, well, I kind of assumed Annie liked Armin. I don't know if that's actually true, but if it's true, then the love triangle dynamic here is that Annie likes Armin and Bertolt likes Annie. And so this is Bertolt and Armin, and him going, that girl I like has a crush on this boy. Let's just shoo him away now.
See, Bertolt can be real smart, but he's also real dumb.
That's what I liked about this moment.
He's real dumb sometimes.
For sure.
You have the planner in front of you, like the person who is known for his ridiculously good planning, just hanging out, like making a desperate move, and you don't think in the back of your head, he must be up to something. Maybe I should change what I'm doing. Nope, it's just weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex. What I like about it, though, is that even though there's that sort of potential romantic love triangle thing there, and who knows, I might be wrong. Maybe I'm reading into it more than I should be, but I like that that's not the focus, because I feel like for like a CW show, or even a different anime, that would be the focus. But it's not. It's very much kind of an extension of the moment that they had in, you know, a couple episodes ago where he's like, nah, I meant every word I said. You guys are our friends. Doesn't change the fact that you need to die. And we see him sort of still wrestling with that of like, I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish here. Okay. Like, this is the way it's gotta be. And sure enough,
by sauna.
Armin, who at one point goes, like, I can't breathe, I'm gonna have to back off, I can't take this anymore, goes, no, not yet. And he stays fully knowing that he's not making it out alive. And not only is this like this is such a rough character death, because he is hit with so much heat. He catches, like, fire, and it's like blue flame.
He's basically in a giant Instant Pot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pressure cooker.
Yeah, no, and he is burnt to a crisp and goes flying and lands on one of the rooftops nearby, and it's horrific. Like, we've seen character deaths before, and like getting eaten alive is terrible ways for a lot of characters to go.
Everything is burned off except his pants.
Yeah,
we're missing facial features. We're missing hair. We're missing everything except the pants because we got to keep the decency.
Yeah,
it's very DBZ of them.
Yeah,
everything goes with the pants.
But yeah, this is a horrific end to a core member of the trio, and yeah, this is terrifying. Like, or not terrifying. Terrifying is
horrifying.
Horrifying. Like, my jaw was on the floor. For how hard they telegraphed this, I still couldn't believe what I was looking at.
Yeah. You knew, but you didn't know the how.
Yeah. Like, and again, this series is no stranger to horrific deaths, but, like, kudos for the originality, I guess.
Sure, that was, super original murder.
This series is no stranger to horrific deaths, but kudos for giving such an important character such an important send-off.
Yes.
Because part of what makes this such a gripping show is that a lot of time, and you know, you could say the same about Walking Dead and about like Game of Thrones, things like that. A lot of popular shows is the character death without fanfare. You know, the stuff that catches you off guard. And, you know, the stuff that hits you with a dose of reality of, like, this is how death in the real world often works. But no, Armin gets the fanfare that he deserves.
Yeah.
And that's why the episode is called Hero, is because he lays down his life for everybody else.
And the plan works, because all of these plans are like, have a distraction, have something else come up the back. And that's what happens here, because if you find, okay, well, that's Armin. Wonder how Aaron's doing over there. Is that hardening? Did he make a double of himself as where the fuck is Aaron? And Aaron comes up on his ODM gear and tears Berthold out the back.
And I'm like, no joke, I have goosebumps.
This is what he tried to do years ago, and it didn't work.
It's not even years ago. Years ago in terms of like the time between episodes.
God, it was only like a year and a half.
It was less than that.
We had a time skip after Historia became queen.
We had a little bit of a time skip, but it's still not long since they graduated.
Like a year.
I don't know.
I think it has.
I don't know. Time is weird because whole arcs take place in like 48 hours. It's really hard to say. They've had a couple time skips, but like
basically we bookended this.
It's
nice.
Right after they graduated and the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan made their return, Aaron stared down the Colossal Titan and said, "Hey, it's been a while. Come at me, bro. Not this time. Not today." And then the Colossal Titan disappeared, and he was like, "Damn it!"
Whereas today, Aaron was like, "What if I use stealth and then get sneak attack?"
Well,
it turns out that was a damn good bonus.
And this, again, it was such a good parallel. And it's something that really emphasizes his worth as a soldier, not just a Titan.
And as a member of the Scouting Corps.
Exactly.
Just as a person. It's not this thing that he wound up with because his dad made a decision. It is these skills that he worked hard to learn and hone that essentially end up saving the day.
This is literally what he went to school for.
Yeah.
And like,
it subverts the audience expectations of a continued Titan fight.
Because, I mean, he's got, like, there have been so much emphasis, especially in the first half of the season, of the powers that he has as the controller. You know, coordinate, not controller, as the coordinate.
The coordinate who controls the Titans.
Whatever. But there was so much emphasis on him having the power of the royal family, and how important that was for Reiner and Berthold to get a hold of, and why it was important for the royal family to get a hold of him. There's so much emphasis on, here's this thing that was hoisted onto you that makes you the special anime protagonist. Again, to their credit, they present it in a very non-taboo stereotypical way because
Yeah.
he exhibits his emotions in such a different manner that is typical of shonen protagonists. Because he's like, this isn't great. No.
I don't think I'm prepared for this. I really shouldn't have this skill.
Oh, so many people died. but anyway, so yeah, you're right. It's such a great subversion to have the skills that he worked hard and studied for years to hone through, again, his sheer determination and force of will. They said it towards the beginning of the series. His lack of talent is made up for by his sheer determination, and it's those skills that allow him to rip Bertholdt right out of the Colossal Titan, and now they've captured them both. But again, at what cost? Because he hops onto that rooftop, dragging Bertholdt, and comes across Armin's corpse, and he's like, you are wrong. You've always been more of a hero than any of us. Because we also got that quick little flashback of like, why don't
They
you...
didn't win because I didn't run away.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, that's kind of when we all knew that cutting and running was not a thing you were going
Armin,
to do.
you've always been a hero. Oh, and that's where this fucking episode ends! Fuck you, show! No, this was awesome. This was awesome. But, like, it takes some processing time. Like, we didn't record this right after we watched it. We had to, like, sit for a little while. We waited a day and a half.
DuckTales after that, and then DuckTales fucked us up, so it's like...
Yeah, DuckTales made me cry after all this. So I'm like, well, geez.
Just leave me here to die, I guess.
I'm like, and literally, I was like, I gotta take a walk. Like, I gotta get outside. I gotta...
Just like, no.
And it's been a while since an Attack on Titan character death has... Or really just character death in general has hit me like that. So, good job, show. Good job, and also, like, crap.
Attack on Titan's like, hey, remember when we used to pull this shit? We're back.
And yeah.
Ugh.
And here's the thing, though, like...
This was his final destination death. Like, he subverted death way back in the beginning of the first season when Eren kind of went, no, you don't get eaten today.
Well, yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. And yeah,
what is his final destination coming back around?
Again, talking about parallels is that, like, Eren definitely, like, would have died saving Armin had it not been for Special Titan magic. Mm-hmm. And this was very much Armin returning the favor. However, I'm going to go ahead and dip into some real quick prediction territory.
And this is where I shut the fuck up.
The next episode is clearly where we got that post-credit stinger from, where Levi is basically going, what the hell do you guys think you're doing? Talking to Armin and Mikasa, and she attacks him. What makes me go, like, well, what if you don't necessarily need to be all the way alive for that Titan juice to work? There's the possibility of saving Armin, which might be where this headbutting issue comes from, or it might not be. We did
get that little scene of tiny ginger child climbing a roof with Irvin strapped on his back.
It looks like Irvin, yeah.
Probably
it's
Irvin.
a blonde mop, so it's probably Irvin.
Because he was the only important blonde on that side of the wall.
So we've got potentially Irvin, who's mostly dead, potentially Armin, who definitely looks all the way dead, but might be just mostly dead.
And medical technology at this point would not be, if either of them are alive, medical technology is not enough to save either of them.
It also might be a debate about whether or not to kill Reiner and Bertholdt, because they've got them right where they want them, but it's like, we've only got one Titan potion. They are valuable sources of information. Like, we've captured them. How do you want to do this?
As long as we're staying in the Matthew Mercer vein.
Yeah, Levi, how do you want to do this?
He kind of had his how do you want to do this moment, and he botched it.
And that's the other thing, is that he's still chasing the Beast Titan, so we have no idea if the Beast Titan is going to get away or not. Probably.
I assume that he did.
Probably.
Because Levi cannot, the horses are down. Levi cannot move as quickly as Perry the Titan Puss. And he's stuck fighting these other Titans that are there and out for his blood. Like, pretty sure Zeke got away. And every time the Beast Titan gets away, he gets away with information. The first time it was information on the ODM gear.
Yeah.
Now it's this. Now it's knowing who Levi is and what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, he already had all the information that Bertolt and Reiner had at their disposal.
But now he's taking it seriously.
Now he's seen it firsthand. And now he knows about Thunder Spears, too.
Yes.
Or he will once they reconvene. He probably doesn't know about them yet.
If they reconvene. That might not be a win. That might be an if. I don't see.
That's true. He doesn't know about those yet. Okay.
It is very hard to keep a Titan shifter in captivity, and the only one they have in captivity did it to her damn self.
Yeah.
And ain't coming out.
She was like, nope, and exited out of that particular situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's these 2 episodes. Final thoughts? Just, yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, this was excellent and devastating and awesome, and even though it's really devastating to say goodbye to a character like Armin, it's also, like I said, it's gripping television. It's exceedingly well done. He got an amazing send-off.
Oh, yeah.
And it's ballsy to kill off a core member of a trio. This, dare I say, early?
We have no idea where we are in the grand scheme of the story.
Yeah,
the manga is still coming out.
Yeah. So, but like, apparently the show still has like a ways to catch up with the manga.
Yeah.
So again, killing off a core member of the trio this early is damn shocking. And again, they might find a way to Deus Ex Machina it or Beric Dondarrion him. I have no clue, but we'll see. Anyway, again, no spoilers in the comments, please.
Yeah.
We're gonna go watch the next episode now.
But don't spoil anyone else who's here, and no manga spoilers.
No, guys, don't do that. I don't know why we have to say it like a million times. Don't do it.
I mean, we say it for the people who stumble upon the video because of the YouTube algorithm. We say it for the people who aren't aware.
Say it for the people in the back!
We say it for the people who are new here, or the people who might just need a reminder. And, you know, that's not always a, no, how dare you.
Yeah.
It's a, we're laying out the ground rules for this channel, and we ask that you follow them, and if you don't, we'll punch your ass.
It's just exhausting to say it every single time, but
that's
you know what?
That's
we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know, what did you guys think of these 2 episodes?
Let us know what we should call this after show.
Yeah, let us know what we should call this. Screaming Titans, the Silver Core,
Oh, there you are,
name.
Titan. Agent T.
Oh,
For
Dr.
Titan.
Doofenshmirtz. Oh, Levi Doofenshmirtz. I mean, it is a Germany sounding name.
No.
Anyway, German.
He's from Gimmelsturm. Excuse you.
You're right. Gimmelsturm.
Gimmelsturm is what we call the underground.
When I was a little boy in Gimmelsturm,
Yes.
that was not right.
When I was a little boy growing up in Gimmelsturm.
That was it.
Yes.
Anyway, so let us know what you guys thought of this episode. Let us know what the hell should we call this show. And in the meantime, Katie, where can people go if they want to find you?
You can follow me all over the social medias as well as on YouTube and Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. If you like reaction videos to other things, they live on that YouTube channel. I am also on an Overwatch and Overwatch League podcast called On The Point. That is on anchor.fm/onthepoint and on all of your podcast listening apps. We talk about Overwatch League. We have a good time. We are up to date, but we're also going to go on hiatus for a little bit because one of my co-hosts is going on vacation.
Woo! And I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. I also do a Lost retrospective podcast called No Love Lost, where my co-host Wilding loves Lost, and I don't. and we discuss. You can catch both of us on the Rooster Team on Anchor if you guys want to hear us talk about Rooster Teeth related shows. We've got Camp Counselor's Corner going on right now, which is going to be a ton of fun. And guys, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and follow Silver Screams on the social medias. It's Silver_Screams on YouTube. Not
on Twitter,
YouTube. On Twitter
Facebook.
and Instagram. It's just my YouTube channel. You're already here. What are you doing? Anyway, like, subscribe, ding, all that fun stuff.
Help us with this algorithm, because the algorithm has more obfuscated, unknowable rules than Titan shifting.
Yeah. And yeah, thanks again for watching. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time.